The entire restaurant fell silent the moment the millionaire burst into laughter. His voice echoed beneath the golden chandeliers as he tapped the steel door of the heavy safe placed in the center of the dining hall. "I'll give you $100 million if you open it," he declared, certain that humiliation would be tonight's entertainment. The young waitress standing across from him did not flinch. Her name was Amara Collins, and though her black apron was neatly tied and her hair braided tightly down her back, her life outside that uniform was anything but neat. Before we go further, if you believe in kindness and second chances, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Pure Kindness. Stories like this remind us that dignity can never be bought. It was a bright afternoon in late spring, sunlight streaming through the tall windows of the upscale restaurant. The lunch crowd had gathered not just for fine dining, but for spectacle. Victor Langston, a self-made tech tycoon known for his arrogance as much as his wealth, had arranged this strange challenge as part of a charity luncheon. Cameras were lifted. Phones were recording. He believed the safe was unbreakable. He believed the waitress was powerless. He believed money made him untouchable. Amara had started working there 2 years earlier after her father passed away unexpectedly, leaving behind hospital bills and a small apartment she struggled to keep. She had once been a top engineering student, fascinated by mechanical systems and security designs. But tuition had become a luxury she could no longer afford. Every morning she woke before sunrise, helped her younger brother prepare for school, and walked to work carrying dreams she refused to bury. While others saw only a waitress, she carried a mind trained to observe patterns, details, and weaknesses. The safe in front of her was sleek and modern, with a digital keypad glowing softly in the daylight. Victor had boasted that it contained a single envelope, and if she could open it within 10 minutes, she would claim the money. The crowd chuckled at the absurdity. To them, it was a game. To Amara, it was a reminder of how easily people underestimated those in uniforms. She stepped closer, studying the safe without touching it at first. Her heart pounded, but her face remained calm. She remembered long nights at the university workshop, analyzing lock mechanisms and electronic flaws. She remembered her professor once saying that even the strongest systems have human error built into them. Victor smirked, confident she would fail within seconds. Amara gently pressed the keypad, not entering random numbers, but listening. The faintest difference in tone echoed with each press. Her eyes narrowed slightly. The model of the safe was familiar. She had read about a manufacturing issue years ago involving sound feedback sensitivity. The crowd's whispers grew louder as minutes passed. Victor's smile began to tighten. For the first time, doubt flickered across his polished expression. She closed her eyes briefly, recalling technical diagrams from memory. Then she entered a sequence, not guessed but calculated. A soft mechanical click followed. The sound was subtle, but it sliced through the room like thunder. Gasps filled the air. Victor's laughter vanished. The safe door slowly creaked open. Inside was the envelope, just as promised. For a moment, the world seemed suspended. Cameras trembled in people's hands. Victor stared at Amara as if seeing her for the first time. The woman he had intended to mock now stood before him composed, intelligent, and quietly triumphant. She did not celebrate. She did not smile arrogantly. Instead, she stepped back and let the reality settle in. Victor cleared his throat, his pride visibly cracking. He could have dismissed the promise as a joke. He could have hidden behind legal excuses. But the audience had witnessed everything. More importantly, something in Amara's steady gaze unsettled him. It was not greed he saw. It was resilience. In that bright afternoon light, Victor did something unexpected. He honored his word. The envelope did not contain cash, but documentation transferring shares and assets equivalent to the promised amount. He had never expected to lose. Yet as the applause erupted, he realized the real loss had been his assumption that wealth defined worth. Amara's hands trembled when she finally stepped outside into the sunlight. $100 million meant security, education, and a future restored. But what moved her most was not the money. It was the quiet validation that her dreams had not been foolish. She returned to university within months, funding scholarships for other students forced to abandon their studies. She paid off her father's debts and ensured her brother could pursue his own ambitions without fear. Victor, humbled in front of hundreds, began quietly funding educational programs for underprivileged youth. The challenge meant to entertain had transformed him. Sometimes humiliation becomes the doorway to growth. And if this story touched your heart even a little, please engage with the video, like and share it so more people can believe that dignity and knowledge are stronger than arrogance. Special request: comment the word resilience if you believe no one should ever be judged by their uniform. Because in the brightest daylight, when pride tried to laugh the loudest, it was quiet determination that opened the safe and changed 2 lives forever.